See, handsome as always. Oh, sorry.
I know. Perfect. Okay.
Please, yes. You're welcome to sit.
Yes. Now, I guess.
Did the herald get the message we're starting? That's it. Sorry.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. Sorry. Thus opens the court of their Alpine Highnesses, Luciano and Jacina. Okay. Last little tiny thing. Antoine. Mir. That is Italian for come here.
No, it's not Via.
Luciano, don't logic at me, my dude. As Luciano said earlier, I forgot because it's been a long 9 months. Both of us had a ring from when we stepped up. And my ring has been on my hand. It's silver, you can tell, because it's dimpled in the back, because I've worn this for everything. And the person I would like to have mine is Anton. Because this man has been there for so much, and so much. And he deserves this. And
I'm so excited for you.
okay.
For the recipient of the ring, a joyous noise. Their Highnesses invite into this court the Umalohakan, James Windswift.
Mabuhay! Long life unto Octobusatus, Crown Prince and Lion of Ontier! Mabuhay! Long life unto Luciano and Tessina, Principa and Principessa of the Summits! Mabuhay! Long life unto the noble baronial cornets of the Summits! I, James Windswift, Umalohakan for Timur Bato, pray that you hear my words this day, as I tell you the story of how Bato saved the moon. Far from across the sea, Bato and his family came to the place of this great land of the Summits. And there they made their home. Bato grew, and soon he was a man, and then a husband, and then a father. Bato and his household flourished, and Bato was well respected and loved amongst the people. Then there came the evening that the moon seemed pale, and her shimmer seemed less brilliant. The people shifted from side to side, feeling the oddity in the night, but they could not place the unease. And so they shook their heads at their silliness and retired for the evening with a shiver. Bato felt that shiver like a pin piercing his spine. A jolt of lightning cascaded through his body. He stiffened and closed his eyes, slowly taking in a shallow breath. His eyes fluttered, and Bato surveyed the area around him suspiciously. Though he tingled with wariness, he could see no imminent danger. His shoulders dropped, and he too shook his head and wandered off to bed as he murmured about growing more like his mother every day. You see, though Bato knew all was not right, he had been long from his ancestors, and their ways were faded in his mind. The next day dawned crisp and bright, and the people went along with their business, though they seemed to smile a little less. And by evening time, most seemed to have set aside the unease from the previous night. But as the moon began to peek her way out from behind the clouds, no one could deny that something was terribly wrong. Something had taken a bite out of the moon. High above them in the sky she sat, but a crescent of her silvery body was gone. The people began to cry and whisper amongst themselves. But as Bato squinted up at the moon, a memory tickled his mind, and suddenly he saw the truth. There, half hidden between the stars and the blackness, he could see him. The great sea serpent Buckanoa sat sheltered in darkness, nibbling at the moon in secret. "No," cried Bato, "we are not cursed. It is sneaky old Bakunawa. He is swallowing the moon. Come, my friends, quickly. Let us hold a tournament and hope the clang of our swords might befuddle him." So Bato and his brothers and sisters battled, and their swords thundered mercilessly against each other. The fighters' numbers dwindled, and soon only two stood across the field from each other, Bato and Anton. Both men looked to the heavens. They were winning. Bakunawa had begun to spit the moon back out. Bato and Anton bowed, and with a cry, they both swung their sword. Bato knew that this fight would be the last. Both he and Anton had fought as only heroes can, but even heroes cannot stand forever. And so they fought, each blow rattling the ground beneath them, and with every cacophony, a glimmer grew along the moon's dark border. As each man tired, Bato looked to Emma for inspiration. Seeing her love's gaze upon her, Emma remembered the stories and knew what she must do. Picking up a heavy ladle and a bowl, she began to beat them together. Bato's children saw and remembered, and they began to sing and chant the ancient songs. The people took up the chant, and everyone cried, "Give us back the moon! Give us back the moon! Give us back the moon!" Glowing with light of inspiration, Bato raised his sword, and his opponent fell. Bato glared up into the sky and raised his sword and shield again, before bringing them together into a thunderous bang. As he howled defiantly into the old snake's face, he yelled, "Give us back the moon!" Bakunawa blinked rapidly and reared back as a single drop of blood ran from his ear and dropped to the sand below. Bakunawa hopped, spraying the people with water before diving back into the sea. The people looked to Bato, and they cheered! Yeah! Bato's brothers and sisters rushed him, holding him up on their shoulders as they paraded him through the village. He brings now a portion of spoils of his raids to share with the people and pay homage to the king and princes of this land, so that they may know he is a man of peace as well as a man of war.
Age to age and season to season, by law and custom, the time has come for the Alpine coronets of the Summits to pass on their rule to their successors, their claim proven in battle. Summits, stand and witness in the investiture of your next prince and princess. On the 26th day of March, on the Societatis 56, the Principality of the Summits did hold a coronet tournament in the barony of Tymberhavene to determine who would succeed to the coronets and thrones of the Summits. Timo Bato was the victor on the field that day, and he is present in court today to press his claim.
Bato, you have brought back the moon so that we can once again see its reflection in the crystalline waters of the Grail. You have protected the Silver Griffin from the darkness of Bakawana. For this, we grant you an audience. Why have you come into our court? I have come to claim what is mine by right of arms and combat, and the traditions of this land.
Do you make this claim only for yourself?
A man may not defeat Bakanawa and save the moon by strength alone. It is through my lady's love and light that I have succeeded. I make this claim on behalf of my lady love and inspiration, Emma von Bern.
Mabuhay! Long life unto our beautiful gathered royalty and assembled nobles. I, Jimena, Umalahokan for Emma von Bern, proclaim the virtues of integrity, joyfulness, justice, kindness, love, loyalty, caring, commitment, compassion, service, courage, courtesy, humility. All these and more describe what we all hope for in those that would sit upon the Alpine throne as princess of the Summits. These virtues are all personified in the character of Emma von Bern. She is a daughter of Antir, of the Summits, birthed in the groves of Briar Oak, and educated in the manners and courtesy of court at the feet of baronesses, princesses, and queens. She has provided service to the crown and principality, barony, and populace. She has a heart that loves all, including Bato, and a never-ending source of joy and optimism. She is a mistress of the Order of the Pelican, a baroness of the court of Antir, and she is the sunshine that inspires Timoa Bato in all things.
Then let her join you here.
Just to the side with the camera. Perfect.
We hear your claims. Do our officers attest that these claims are made within the laws and customs of the principality?
Seamus O'Cayley, Seneschal of the Summits, and Gwyneth Blackthorn, Keeper of the List, come before their highnesses and testify.
Your Highnesses, upon my oath and duty of my office, I affirm that these two gentles are in good standing in our society and the law is satisfied to their claim.
Your Highnesses, upon my oath and the duty of my office, I also affirm that their victory in the coronet list was achieved within the rules of the lists, and the law is satisfied as to their claim.
This is well. Who here would second these claims?
I, Waylon Middleton, defender of the Summits, witness and proclaim Bato's right to this claim. Does anyone here challenge Bato's claim to the Summits, to extend the throne of the Summits?
And I, Taryn Destinger, champion of arts and sciences of the Principality of Summits, also affirm and attest Emma's right to the throne of the Summits. Does anyone here challenge her claim?
And I, Rowan Doyle, Captain of Cats, attest to Emma's claim. She's a beautiful woman to a very honorable man. Please, challenge me. I'll run you through.
I am William Jeffrey, the Rogue, Captain of Tigers, cut and thrust champion of this principality. I attest and affirm the validity of the claim of Emma von Bern to take this principality and rule it. I drop my gauge here. Let those stupid enough to challenge such a thing step forward and die.
I, John Wayland, Summits Hunter, affirm the right of Bato to succeed the coronets. Anybody wants to challenge me about it, I'm here.
We drink to Bato and Emma the next Prince and Princess of the Summits.
We have heard your claims. They are well made and properly in accordance with the laws and customs of the Summits, and well proclaimed and seconded by the champions of the Summits. Therefore, to you we will surrender our coronets, thrones, and titles. Defender of the Summits, champions of the Summits, we call upon you to watch over and witness our heirs rightfully invested with the coronets of the Summits. Upon the day of the tournament, you gave to us your oath that you would assume the station in accordance with the laws of the Summits. It is with this oath in our hearts and with these witnesses present that we do give over to you the care of our coronets.
We see you here, acknowledge true heirs, the Griffin coronets. We find your claim is just and lawful. Do you have any obligations you need to discharge? Sweet.
Do you, Bato and Emma, now swear fealty to Sven and Rifkin, your undoubted king and queen, that you will obey their lawful commands in all matters that concern this realm, and mindful that the honor of the realm and of the principality which you claim springs from your own deeds, do you swear that you will treat chivalrously and courteously with those of every degree, as long as their majesties remain sovereigns of Antir? And will you, at your earliest opportunity, present yourself and kneel before their majesties, the king and queen of Antir, and again swear your fealty unto them, and do homage for the lands of the principality, that their majesties might return fealty unto you? Swear now an oath to your new populace. Bring forth the Grail of the Summits.
Know that in us the blood of the Griffin runs true.
By its sign and upon this grail we give our oath.
To serve and to protect the people of the Summits to the utmost of our power.
At their hearths in their crafts and against all their foes. We shall be their true guardians.
We will meet justice with mercy, tempered with mercy to all. Be they child or youth, man or woman, high or low.
This we swear for as long as we rule the Summits, and the high mountains hold the Grail up to the sky.
So sir, we, Bato.
So say we, Emma.
We charge you to rule this land with your head, with glory and wisdom.
We charge you to rule this land with compassion and love for new people from your heart.
I charge you to rule this land with your arm, with strength and honor.
I charge you to rule this land with your hands, with strength and courage.
Behold the coronets by which all may know you as rulers of this, the principality of the Summits. Let them be a symbol to you. As their weight rests upon your brow, so do the hopes and aspirations of the populace rest upon your hearts. Receive this burden with a sure and mighty resolve.
I, Luciano, do invest you, Batu, Dato of the Summits, with the right to wear this coronet and to pass it on to your successors. Receive it now, and with it, the Principality of the Summits, to care for and rule from this day forth.
I, Ticina, do now grant this coronet unto you, Bato, Datu of the Summits, so that you may crown your inspiration.
watch over and rule our principality of the summits.
Summits, behold, Bato, your undoubted Datu, and Emma, your undoubted Dayang. Long live Datu Bato!
Long live Datu Bato!
Long live Dayang Emma!
Long live Dayang Emma!
The populace has their highnesses leave to be comfortable.
By this pledge, I affirm
That
Wait, you
Bato
said-
and Emma
that Bato and Emma
are rightful Datu and Dayang.
are rightful Datu and Dayang of the summits. Faith and truth will I bear to them in all that may concern this realm. So long as they rule the summits, the waters of the Grail run clear, and the silver griffin flies free. So say I, Luciano.
Gladly we hear you, and in return, we pledge to you and your households our advocacy. We will speak for you and ours. We will represent you in this and all other realms.
For so long as we rule the summits, and the high mountains hold the Grail up to the sky.
So say we, Bato, Datu of the summits.
So say we, Emma, Dayang of the summits.
Thank you very much.
Three cheers for Viscount Luciano and her ladyship Tessina. Hip hip!
Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
Mistress Anna Elizabeth von Engelberg, come before their highnesses, bearing with you the Grail of the Summits.
No, please, please.
Accept now this, the Grail of the Summits. Brimming with water, remembering your promise to nurture the well-being of to restore the decayed and to maintain that which is restored. To restore the decayed and to maintain that the principality may flourish and prosper. And the people behold its first
We drink now to the people of the summits,
without whom there would be no principality to rule.
The Grail is all that we are.
For it takes an artisan to craft it,
A warrior to defend it,
a faithful servant to bear it, and a noble to drink from it.
With this, the cupbearer's duties are complete. She gives now into their keeping the Grail of the Summits, so that you may name someone of your choosing to bear it during your reign. We thank you, Mistress Anna, for your service. The cupbearer is a position, not only a faithful servant,
The cupbearer is a position not only of a faithful servant,
but of advisor and counsel.
We have the honor to have Graf Barrack, one long and tall. Take up this grail for the duration of our reign.
Gruff Barrack, please come forward.
My dear friend and former foster knight, you've always led me well and advised me true. I entrust this to you as our advisor and grail bearer for our youth. Thank you for honoring us with your service.
Will Waylon Middleton, defender of the summits, come now armed with the summit sword of state before the Alpine throne?
I would pledge my service to the Highnesses of the Summits.
We find both you and this weapon fit and worthy, and we accept your service. Bring forth the grail of the summits.
Put it together.
Here do I swear by mouth and hand, my fealty and true service. Faith and truth will I bear to you, in all that may concern this realm. My shield before you in battle. So long as you rule the summits, the waters of the Grail run clear, and the silver griffin flies free. So say I, Waylon Middleton.
This oath do we hear, and for our part, we pledge to you and your household our protection. We will watch over and shelter you. We will place ourselves between you and all your foes. For so long as we rule the summits, and the high mountains hold the Grail up to the sky.
So say we, Bato, Datu of the summits.
So say we, Emma, the Yang of the summits.
Take your sword from our hands and our place at our side.
Champions of the summits, present yourselves before their highnesses.
Pledge our skills.
We find your arts and your blades
fit and worthy of our service.
Here do I swear by mouth and hand, my fealty and true service. Faith and true service will I bear to you, in all that may concern this realm.
Enriching your realm with the skills of mind and hand.
Enriching the bounty of your land.
So long as you rule the summits,
The waters of the Grail run clear,
and the
silver griffin flies.
So
say I,
John Wayland.
This oath do we hear, and for our part, We pledge to you and your household our protection. We will watch over and shelter you. We will place ourselves between you and all your foes. For so long as we rule the summits, and the high mountains hold the grail up to the sky.
So say we, Bato, Datu of the Summits.
So say we, Emma, the Yang of the Summits. Take your craft, our hands, and your place by our side.
Thank you.
Their Highnesses call before them all the order of the chivalry. Let the knights, the flower of the martial arts, come forward with their swords girded on. Gather together with those masters at arms that wish to swear fealty. Come forward. Do you now swear fealty? Oh, sorry, still not. Do you now swear fealty as a knight of Ontir and of the Summits, to obey all lawful commands and all that may concern each realm, to only bear faith and truth to both crown and coronet, being ever mindful that the honor of Ontir, of the Summits, and of the order to which you belong springs from your own deeds? Do you swear to treat chivalrously and courteously those of every degree, for so long as their Highnesses rule the Summits, remain in fealty to the crown of Ontir, the waters of the Grail run clear, and the silver griffin flies free?
I so swear.
We hear your words, and for our part, we pledge to you and your household our fealty and our aid. To support you in our service to Ontir, the Summits, and the order which you belong.
To protect and defend you and your households. Place ourselves between you and your foes, be they foes of Ontir or the Summits.
For one makes themselves the other. So say we, Bato, Datu of the Summits.
So say we, Emma, the Yang of the Summits.
Their Highnesses call before them the companions of the Order of the Laurel, the teachers of our artisans. Come forward.
Should have reordered them for you.
Do you now swear fealty as a companion of the Laurel of Ontir and of the Summits, to obey all lawful commands and all that may concern each realm, to only bear faith and truth to both crown and coronet, being ever mindful that the honor of Ontir, of the Summits, and of the order to which you belong springs from your own deeds? Do you swear to treat chivalrously and courteously those of every degree, so long as their Highnesses rule the Summits, remain in fealty to the crown of Ontir, the waters of the Grail run clear, and the silver griffin flies free?
I so swear.
We hear your words, and for our part, we pledge to you and your household our fealty and aid. To support you in your service to Ontir, the Summits, in the order to which you belong.
To protect and defend you.
Protect you and your households.
Place ourselves between you and your foes.
To place ourselves between you and your foes, be they foes of Ontir or the Summits. For one makes themselves the other.
So say we, Bato, Datu of the Summits.
So say we, Emma, the Yang of the Summits.
Say I roll it.
Their Highnesses call before them the companions of the Pelican, the tireless servants of the realm. Come forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you now swear fealty as a companion of the Pelican of Antir and of the Summits, to obey all lawful commands and all that may concern this realm, to only bear faith and truth to both crown and coronet, being ever mindful that the honor of Antir, of the Summits, and of the order to which you belong springs from your own deeds? Do you swear to treat chivalrously and courteously those of every degree, or so long as their highnesses rule the Summits, remain in fealty to the crown of Antir, the waters of the Grail run clear, and the silver griffin flies free?
I so swear.
We hear your words, and for our part, we pledge to you and your household our fealty and aid, to support you in your service to Antir, the Summits, and the order to which you belong, protect and defend you and your household, to place ourselves between you and your foes, be they foes of Antir or the Summits, for one makes themselves the other.
So say we, Bato, Datu of the Summits.
So say we, Emma, the Yang of the Summits.
Their Highnesses called before them the Masters of Defense, students of historical fighting techniques. Come forth. Do you now swear fealty as a Master of Defense of Antir and of the Summits, to obey all lawful commands in all that may concern each realm, to only bear faith and truth to both crown and coronet, being ever mindful that the honor of Antir, of the Summits, and of the order to which you belong springs from your own deeds? Do you swear to treat chivalrously and courteously those of every degree, so long as their Highnesses rule the Summits, remain in fealty to the crown of Antir, the waters of the Grail run clear, and the silver griffin flies free?
I so swear.
We hear your words, and for our part, we pledge to you and your household our fealty and aid, to support you in your service to Antir, the Summits, and the order to which you belong, to protect and defend you and your household, to place ourselves between you and your foes, be they foes of Antir or the Summits, for one makes themselves the other.
So say we, Bato, Datu of the Summits.
So say we, Emma, the Yang of the Summits. That's gonna be hard. Thank you.
Their Highnesses call before them the royal peers, who have in their time received the oaths of the people. Come forward. Do you now swear fealty as a royal peer of Antir and of the Summits, to obey all lawful commands in all that may concern each realm, to only bear faith and truth to both crown and coronet, being ever mindful that the honor of Antir, of the Summits, and you as a royal peer belong, springs from your own deeds? Do you swear to treat chivalrously and courteously those of every degree, so long as their Highnesses rule the Summits, remain in fealty to the crown of Antir, the waters of the Grail run clear, and the silver griffin flies free?
I so swear.
We hear your words, and for our part, we pledge to you and your household our fealty and aid, to support you in your service to Antir, the Summits, and to you as a royal peer, to protect and defend you and your households, to place ourselves between you and your foes, be they foes of Antir or the Summits, for one makes themselves the other.
So say we, Bato, Datu of the Summits.
So say we, Emma, the Yang of the Summits.
Their Highnesses call forth their Excellencies Adiantum, Terrapomeria, and Blindufin.
Oh no.
I thought about it.
Here do I swear by mouth and hand. Fealty for our very alliances. Service and truth will I bear. Upholding both crown and coronet.
To obey all lawful commands.
To obey all lawful commands. And all the things concern each realm. And being mindful with the harmony of my verity. And the honor of both kingdom and principality. Spring from my own deeds. Will deal courteously with those of every degree. So long as their highnesses rule the summits, the waters of the Grail run clear, and the silver griffin flies free. So say I,
In this oath do we herein for our part. We pledge to you and our barony our fealty and aid. Barony. To support you in your service to the summits and to your barony. To protect and defend you and the people of your barony. To place ourselves between you and your foes. Be they foes of Ontario or the summits. For one makes themselves the other.
So say we, Bato, got through the summits.
So say we, Emma de Yang of the summits. I'm going to apologize in advance to the populace of the summits because this one is my actual cousin and we might get a little feisty up here, so I just apologize in advance.
She was putting words in my mouth.
I am older by 5 years. 5 years, everyone, 5 years.
All the officers of the summits and their deputies come before their highnesses.
Switch it over.
Here do I swear by mouth and hand. My true service in the administration of my office. Honest counsel will I bear to you in all that may concern this realm. For so long as you rule the summits, the waters of the Grail run clear, and the silver griffin flies free. So say I.
This oath do we herein for our part. We pledge to you and your deputies our assistance, guidance, and advocacy. We will support you to the principality and to your office for so long as we rule the summits and the high mountains hold the Grail up to the sky.
So say we, Bato, got through the summits.
Do it!
Come on, everybody, please.
Get it! So say we, Emma de Yang of the
Yeah, social media.
Their highnesses now call upon those of the retinue who wish to pledge their fealty, not service, that's later, fealty to the coronet of the summits.
Read the chain. Read the chain.
Repeat after me. By this pledge, I affirm
By this pledge, I affirm
that Bato and Emma are rightful
that Otto and Emma are rightful prince and princess of the summits. Guilty and truthful I bear to them, in all that may concern this realm. For so long as they rule the summits, the waters of the Grail run clear, and the silver griffin flies free.
Gladly we hear you, and in return, we pledge to you and your household our advocacy. We will speak for you and yours. We will represent you in this and all other realms, for so long as we rule the summits, and the high mountains hold the Grail up to the sky.
So say we, Bato, Datu of the Summits.
So say we, Emma, the Yang of the Summits. And we're gonna have a whole lot of fun. Okay? You gotta get in there. Come on. Okay, you got it. Thank you.
Their Highnesses now call upon those of the retinue who wish to pledge their support and service to the Coronet of the Summits. Fealty? If anybody wants to do service instead, you pick one.
Yeah, you're good.
Anyone pledging service in the retinue? Okay.
Right, go for it. Gladly we hear you, and in return, we pledge to you and your household our advocacy. We will speak for you and yours. We will represent you in this and all other realms, for so long as we rule the summits, and the high mountains hold the Grail up to the sky.
So say we, Bato, Datu of the Summits.
So say we, Emma, the Yang of the Summits. Thank you.
Their Highnesses now call upon those of the populace who wish to pledge their support and fealty to the Coronet of the Summits.
Are we at a wedding?
I'm just so glad you're here.
I'm going to feel to them too. If you'd like to feel them, you can. Okay. Totally up to you.
By this pledge, I affirm that Bato and Emma are rightful prince and princess of the summits. Guilty and truthful I bear to them, in all that may concern this realm. For so long as they rule the summits, the waters of the Grail run clear, and the silver griffin flies free. So say I.
Gladly we hear you, and in return, we pledge to you and your household our advocacy. We will speak for you and yours. We will represent you in this and all other realms, for so long as we rule the summits, and the high mountains hold the Grail up to the sky.
So say we, Bato, Datu of the Summits.
So say we, Emma, the Yang of the Summits.
support, and service to the coronet of the summit. By this pledge, I affirm that Bato and Emma are rightful prince and princess of the summit. Faithful and true service will I bear to them in all that may concern this realm. For so long as they rule the summits, the waters of the Grail run clear, and the silver griffin flies free. So say I, and the Navata Tomaso di
Gladly we hear you, and in return, we pledge to you and your households our advocacy. We will speak for you and yours. We will represent you in this and all other realms. For so long as we rule the summits, and the high mountains hold the grail up to the sky.
So say we, Bato, Datu of the Summits.
So say we, Emma, the Yang of the summits.
Summits, we have here witnessed the investiture of Bato and Emma, Datu and Dayang of the summits, and the vows of fealty and service which bind them to the people of their principality. Thus opens the first court of Bato and Emma, Datu and Dayang of the summits. Their Highnesses invite all who are now attending their first event to come forward.
Hayden.
I'm going to take your hand. The other one. That one? This? Watch. Are we coming back? Stop.
So there has been a tradition that has been going on for some time now that we are carrying on, welcoming newcomers, and this young person here this is your first event? Go ahead, did you have fun? Great. So we have a cup for you so you can have something to drink out of when you come to events, and a hat that you can wear to keep you warm. We hope that you will come back and visit us again and enjoy this society that we have. What's your name?
Hayden? All right, everyone, welcome Hayden.
Welcome.
Their Highnesses invite all of the children here today, not you, William Jeffrey.
Children.
Yeah, let's take the. Okay, so. Okay. So have you all had a good time? And yeah? I know court can be boring, but thank you for coming. And we have some gifts for you. You guys can go over with Lady Fortuna over there and pick something out of the toy chest.
I know that.
All right?
All right.
Good times.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for coming. want to say, one, thank you all for coming. It's a long trip for many of you. Some of you live here, so thank you for putting it on. The weather has clearly been challenging, especially if you wear next to nothing. I enjoy the society. I might not be a very smart man, but no, really, thank you very much for coming in and celebrating this with us. It's something new, and we're inspired by the changes in the society. We've taken a break, and we're back, and we love seeing all of your faces and sharing some of my culture with you all. Ooh, you ready?
Fun.
Fun! Yay!
Right on the live stream camera.
Yay, social media. So one of the things that we're going to do for our reign is when we cheer, there's a term we often say, "Long live the summits" or whatever, right? We're going to use mabuhay, which means long life. It's a Tagalog word. So if you want to practice, mabuhay.
Mabuhay!
There you go. So that's what we're going to use for our cheer this reign.
Huzzah!
All right. So again, thank you very much for coming. We have some more court business, but we just wanted to say thank you. And we will be having a reception afterwards. You're all invited. Please come say hi.
Fruit and cookies and all kinds of yummy stuff. So.
Mabuhay!
Mabuhay!
Tessina, Felice, Jean Filiazzi, approach the thrones. Their Highnesses invite the members of the Companions of the Rose and Valorous Estate to come forth now and witness.
Yes.
May it please your Highnesses, your most loyal subject, Tessina Felice Jean Filiazzi, having by her beauty, grace, and virtue inspired her champion to win for her the coronet of the Summits, and having successfully reigned as princess, and having descended the throne, has by her accomplishment earned the title and rank of Viscountess of this realm. She now makes bold to approach your Highnesses that she may receive the title and be invested with the dignities of this high estate.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let the scroll of arms be read.
Attend these words and know by these presents, we, Bato and Emma, Datu and Dayang of the Summits, in recognition that Tessina Felice Jean Filiazzi has reigned as princess in our realm, do hereby style her Viscountess, and we do affirm her sole and exclusive right to bear by letters patent, argent of bat-winged polypus bird and orgules. Yes. And to augment the achievement above her shield with a coronet of suitable distinction. Further, she shall henceforth be entitled to all other insignia, rights, honors, privileges, and duties appropriate to this rank. In testimony where we have set this our hand and affixed our great seal, this 18th day of June, Anno Societatis 57. Bato, Datu of the Summits, Emma, Dayang of the Summits.
Yep.
This is done by Michael Sinclair.
And Eden.
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure Eden. It's not on there, but I'm sure she did also.
Let the Viscounty coronet be brought forth.
Oh, it's Miles.
Tessina Felice John Filiazzi. Be henceforth Viscountess in this our realm. And wear this coronet in token of your reign. You're making me feel That's perfect.
Yeah.
My lady Viscountess. Yes. Is it also your desire to swear fealty to their premises? Bring forth the grail. Here do I swear by mouth and hand. My fealty and true service. My fealty and true service. Faith and truth will I bear to you. Faith and truth will I bear to you. In all that may concern this realm. In all that may concern this realm. And all that may concern this realm. The waters of the grail run clear. The waters of the grail run clear. And the silver griffin flies free.
This oath do we hear and for our part. We pledge to you and your household our protection. We will watch over and shelter you. We will place ourselves between you and all your foes. Uh-oh. For so long as we rule the summits. And the high mountains hold the grail up to the sky.
So say we, Bato, Datu the Summits.
So say we, Emma, Dayang of the Summits.
3 cheers for the new Viscountess! Hip hip!
Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
This concludes the first court of their Alpine Highnesses, Bato and Emma. Long live King's Fred!
Long live King's Fred!
Long live Queen Rifkin!
Long live Queen Rifkin!
Mabuhay!
Mabuhay!
Long live Datu Bato!
Long live Datu Bato! Long live Diane Emma!
For the barons and baronesses of the summits, Mabuhay!
Mabuhay!
Tymberhavene!
Tymberhavene! Summits! Summits!
On cheer!
On cheer! On cheer!
So, you want to get the crock pots?
Yep,
Go
go
in
ahead.
the back of my
Close
car.
down.
All right.
Thank you. That was fun.